it's Morgan from For the Love of Paper, and I am here with my part 4 for Project Life March. And this layout here is just a normal design A spread. So we've got the 4x6s and the 4 3x4s across the middle. And the spread is all the things that Sam got up to during the month. So they're not in any chronological order or anything like that. It's just an assortment of different things that happened for him. So I think I'm going to have to start going to 5 spreads after April because Roman will need a spread or 2 for himself. I'm actually deciding whether I do a separate baby album for him because all the Project Life albums I've done so far have kind of been what Sam gets up to most of the time, and then a few family things thrown in. Now I don't know whether to just keep it all in one album or make 2, one for each kid. So I'm in a bit of a crossroads as to what to do with my Project Life now. I might continue as I am and maybe make a separate one for him as well. Anyway, so going on to the photos, I have edited these in Photoshop, so I've already done all of my journaling. I do try to do some hand journaling, maybe not in every spread, but at least a couple of times during each month, because I think it's important to have your handwriting in your scrapbook albums. So this one, the one that I'm making now, I turned that into some handwritten journaling, even though I had typed it out previously, but just to give it a bit of a different look. And then I was going through trying to find a card, a 3x4 Project Life card that I wanted to use, and this one happened to be sitting on top, and it was absolutely perfect. Like, I did not plan that. That was not planned. As soon as I opened up the little container, that one there with the raindrops on it was on top and just perfect, because the photo that I'm scrapping is of Sam doing some crafts one day when it was really, really wet. I think I've mentioned in one of my other Project Life videos that we had some pretty big storms back in March, and they actually ended up cancelling school for 2 days. It was a Thursday and a Friday. So this was on the Thursday where Frank still went to work. So Sam and I had a day at home together, which was actually really quite nice. So we haven't had that in a while. And yeah, so he wanted to do some craft stuff, and he made cards and pictures and goodness knows what else. My fridge was covered with different crafts by the end of the day. And this was quite early in the morning that I took this photo, like 6:30 in the morning. It was, yeah, really early. That's when we started. And yeah, he did that for a good, I don't know, probably a couple of hours, just making creations. And then on the Friday, as I mentioned in my previous video, that Frank had the day off because he couldn't actually physically get to work. So we sort of spent the day together. Actually, I had my hospital appointment that day, and it took us 40 minutes to drive what would normally be an 8-minute trip. So that was fun. But yeah, that's what we did on the rainy day. And this card was from Studio Calico. They do the mystery grab bag things every now and then, and that was one of the cards that was in there, because I don't subscribe to their kits, and I only buy them when they're on sale or when they have those $5 kit specials. I'm sure you've probably all seen those before. It's the only time I ever buy from there because the shipping's too expensive and the dollar's really rubbish, so have to get it when it's cheap. And so that was from there. And I just trimmed that photo down a little bit. I think I'd left a slight white edge on 2 sides, so I decided to cut that off. And then, do I add my journaling? What am I looking for? I was looking for my cloud stickers. I've had these stickers for ages. They're like furry stickers. I don't know, when I was a kid and I used to collect stickers all the time, well, I guess I still kind of do, they had these, they were called furry stickers then, and I had 2 sets of these, 2 sheets. They were from Big W. I think it was like $2 for 2 sheets, and they've come in really handy for all the rainy days and wet days that we have, because we have quite a lot, especially through summer. So I used that on there, and then just got a little tag and wrote my journaling on it. As I said before, I had already written my typed my journaling out, so I just copied what I wrote, pretty much what I have been telling you about our day and our crafting at 6:30 in the morning. So this is the problem with doing real-time videos. You've got to fill in the space, whereas usually this is sped up, so this part of the video would have been done and dusted already. But never mind. Tell me if you like the real-time videos or not, or if you prefer them to be sped up. Let me know how you feel about them, what you enjoy. Sorry, I've got my little man sitting on my lap, so that's what all the noise is that you can hear in the background. He's doing some stretching. So this photo here was of Sam getting certificates. These were the first certificates he'd got at school, and I can't actually remember what either of them were for. I can't remember. He's had so many certificates this year. It's ridiculous. They do literally give out a certificate for breathing. I'm certain of it. They get certificates for every little thing that they do. And you know, while it's nice and it's encouraging for the kids to, you know, keep doing good work, and you know, if they see progress in themselves, I suppose, or they get what am I trying to think of? There's a word and I can't think of the word. They'll get getting recognized for what they're doing, like when they're doing good things. But it just gets a bit crazy with all the different things. And like his classroom teacher has a sticker rewards program. The school has this, they call it a bear paws program, and once you get a certain amount, you get ice blocks and certificates and fun days and all sorts of things. So there's just so many different things for them to earn rewards for. And that photo that I had up before was Sam going to the dentist. It was his first dentist trip, and he unfortunately needed to get a filling, so he got a filling on his first trip to the dentist, and you know, he didn't even care, didn't bat an eyelid. I think he actually thought it was really quite fun to go to the dentist. Oh, someone's really tired now and they're yawning. So that's what that picture was. And then this one was creating some Lego. My dad, so Sam's granddad, bought him a Lego set, and he built the whole thing by himself. It was the first time ever he'd built a whole Lego set without my help. So that was really, really exciting. He was very, very proud of himself. I mean, I should have given him a certificate or something. I don't know. Sorry. I know, certificates and encouragement of the kids is very important. And then I wanted to use one of these little, I think it's a little smiley face that I put on there, because he did really well at following he followed every instruction along the way. And I mean, they're not written, it's all just pictures, so you didn't have to really read anything, but he followed everything and built it, and yeah, he was very happy and I was quite impressed. So just putting a little smiley face stamp on there, and I've got a little smiley face looking at me now at the moment too. So this video is very rambly. I'm very sorry. I apologize for all my rambling. Yeah. And what's the next card? I can't remember. I think that was a Studio Calico stamp set from quite a few years ago. I don't know what collection it was from. And what card was next? Oh, this is his Piranha. this is one of the first projects he did at school. Oh, well, you know, within the first, well, it must have been the first 4 weeks. School started in February. This would have been the beginning of March, or maybe the 5th week of school. Yeah, they made these piranhas. They watched a video about piranhas, and he made a watercolor one, which was really, really cool, and he was so happy to show me and had to take a photo and everything, and he still hasn't got to bring it home, and as I'm recording this, we're almost at the end of the 2nd term, and he still hasn't brought that home, so I don't know. I hope we get to have it, because it's really big. It's like an A3 watercolor painting thing, and it's really cool. I would actually really like to keep it and put it up on the wall or something. So I am hoping that at the end of the year he does get to bring that particular piece of artwork home with him, because they're not up. They were all up on the windows of the classroom, because they're kind of done on quite a translucent sort of paper. I know it's really hard to tell on there. And the teacher had them hanging up in the window so you could kind of see through it, which was a pretty cool effect. And yeah, she's taken them down, but the kids haven't been able to bring them home yet. And just did some journaling on there. Oh, that's right. He actually had to take this to the principal, and he got a sticker, I think, or a stamp or something from the principal. So I wrote about that yeah, he got rewarded from the principal for doing some good work. More rewards. And this one was, I used a template from the lily pad, and it's from Paisley Press. I've finally remembered it, and this was the template, and then the little journaling at the bottom, and this was just Samuel and Ollie the cat playing on the floor. I can't remember what they were playing with, a little bell or a little ball or something, and Ollie goes quite psycho a lot of the time, and when I say quite psycho, he tries to attack you and basically kill you. Well, that's what it feels like anyway. And at this particular time, he was being very nice and playing very, very nicely with Sam. So I had to take a little photo of that to document that the cat can be nice on his terms when he wants to be nice. So I wanted to go through and find a little embellishment to put on there. I think I find memories. I think that's his memories, that little flare badge. And my last video, it would be by the time this comes up. My last video shows you how I stored my embellishments. Since I made that video and uploaded it, I've since changed the way I store my embellishments, and I store them all by colour still, but in these big clear plastic boxes. So even though you've just seen how I used to store them, there will be another one coming up shortly of how I store them now, because I'm forever changing things, you know. It's a fluid system, my storage system, because I've yet again changed my room around. Frank made me a new desk, or he added on to the desk that I had, and made it bigger and better for me. So my storage has changed yet again. I will have to do I know I keep promising to do a room tour. I will do one. And then there was just a couple of other photos, Sam jumping in the rain and Sam and Ollie looking out the window. And that says Adventure Awaits at the bottom. And again, those were templates from the lily pad from Paisley Press. And I think, oh look, another little cloud popped in there just to continue it across the page. And I think that might be this layout done, guys. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to see all my other videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!